Hi everybody, I'm Hazel and this is my channel, The Israelite Woman's Homestead. Welcome to my channel. So today I have another video for you guys. I am making products, I'm doing some infusion and I'm like, oh, I should just make a video on this for my YouTube followers. I think they'll be interested in that. So yeah, so today's video we are talking about infusions. Before we get into this video, I would like to say that please subscribe to my channel if you not yet subscribed. So I make videos about natural products and using raw materials in your natural products, and I also talk about where the products grow that I put in my products, the additives. They're grown right here on my farm. All my additives grow right here. So this is what goes into our products. Our products have the real, raw, natural stuff. So if you like my content, please subscribe. If you like what I'm telling you, what I'm talking about, please share my videos. So yeah, let's just get into the video. So today we're talking about infusion, and we're gonna be infusing some citrus peels today. And I love me some citrus peels. I love working with citrus peels because it's a very cheap ingredient, but it's a fantastic ingredient for the skin. It's like amazing for pigmentation, for blackheads, for inflammation, for pimples, for just a nice exfoliation on your skin. Like, it's good for internally, it's good for topical applications. Like if you get a bite, a bug bite or anything, like you can use that stuff for so many things. So that is the reason why I love using citrus peels and grind citrus powders. I love them. I even use them to cook, and it has so much medicinal value and it has so much skin loving properties. So yeah, that's why I love working with citrus. And all these things were taught to me since I was a wee child by my grandparents. It has been passed on from generation to generation, ancestors, and all that good stuff. So that is why I know about plants and herbs and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I am infusing this today, and I want to show you how to do 3 types of infusions, right? 3 types of infusion for potency. So when you have a plant material, it has a certain potency, okay? The whole plant by itself is potent to a certain degree. So if you want to make a certain strength of a plant, you need to know exactly how much of the plant to use in the product, or how to break down the plant so that you can absorb what the plants have within its cellular structure. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And many of you make soaps and lotions and shampoos and all that kind of stuff. And I know you use additives and different plants and stuff, but when you're extracting the properties of the plant, you need to know how to get the full potential, how to really extract what you want. So some people use alcohol, some people use different methods of extraction, oils, water, and stuff like that. But today I'll be working with oil, and I want to show you how you can really get the full potency of certain things. So if you want like a strong potency, a medium potency, and if you want like a mild potency when it comes to. So many of us use herbs, but do we know how to make things potent? Do you know how to get the full value of a plant or flower or whatever you're working with? Do you really know how to do that? So that's what I'll be talking about. So today I'll be making a salve with some of the infusions that I had from before. But since I have to make a new batch, I figure out I'm not going to show you how I make the salve, but I'll show you how I make the raw material to put in the salve. So the salve that I'm going to be making is my pain salve. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any on my website. I have to make some, and then I'm going to put it on my website because things that I make tends to sell out. And This is a small batch company. We're not like a big manufacturer. We make real things that work on people. So we're not producing a mass quantity. So we just make things in small batch. We care about the things working on your skin more than, making big production and then what the product really doesn't do what it should be doing. Okay. I have three plates in front of me, and I am working with three different grade of my material. So this is what I am working today with: lemons and grapefruit peels. Okay, lemon peels, grapefruit peels. So this is what I'm working with, and I just want to show you how it looks. This is how I dry them, and that's what they look like. And then I grind this into this, and this is like a coarser grade. So I grind it up very coarse. All right. And then this is the same thing, but as you can see, it looks so different. It's grinded up, but very, very fine. It's been sieved, and it's very, very fine. So this is how I have these two grades of the same material, and I'm going to show you what. So the first grade is the coarse grade, and this is going to be your medium potency. So it's going to be potent, but it's not going to be as potent as the fine grain. So for the medium potency, I usually use 1.5 ounce of herb to oil. Okay. So I pour this one, the coarse grade one. Okay, I put it in a jar. Then we're gonna transfer. Sorry. I don't want to transfer this one. So this one I'm gonna put into the jar. Making a mess. So I have poured my different grades into my jar. So this is the second grade coarseness. This is the very, very fine one. And this is the first. This one is not very it's just kind of chunky. All right, so these are the three different grades. And so I already poured this one in. Sorry guys, I was a little bit impatient. So I already poured this one in, and so you see how it is, right? It's very, very coarse. Well, it's coarse, I just cut it in pieces, and that's basically it. And this is infused with saffron oil, this one. Now this second one, it's just coarse, okay? And the last one is just very, very fine. So this oil is going to be less potent. This oil is going to be secondly potent. Then this one is going to be thirdly potent. So the most potent of them is going to be this one, okay? So why it's going to be mostly potent? Now this, as you infuse it, the particles are big. So whatever is inside of it is going to take a longer time to get out of it and get into the oil. And it's the same concept for all these. So the smaller the particles of the plant matter or flower that you're working with, the easier it is for the properties to get into the oil and to infuse the oil and to make it potent. All right. So they're all going to be potent, but they're going to be different levels of potency. So if with my sensitive skin, I'm going to be using this one because it's not as strong, and this oil infusion does not irritate my skin. Now these two oils, they are very, very potent, and they will irritate my skin. All right, so that's why I do use them, but I dilute them. Okay, so if I want to have like a body oil with this, I'm gonna just dilute it to like 20% of this and 80% of my oil. This is my dilution from my skin type because I have sensitive skin. If you don't have sensitive skin, maybe you can do a 50-50 to see how it works on your skin. All right, but remember, I'm working with citrus peels. All right, so with another plant, maybe like mint, or if you're working with goldenrod, you wouldn't have to do that, okay? Because they don't have this kind of oil. Like the oil that comes out from the citrus peels are very strong, and they tend to be a little bit irritating if you have sensitive skin. Like people who don't have sensitive skin, this doesn't bother them. But if you do have sensitive skin, it will bother you because of the oil, the makeup of the oil in the citrus peels, okay? But I still love it. All right, so going back to what I was saying is that you have to dilute it if you have sensitive skin. All right, so today I'll be working with two oils, extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil. And the reason why I like these two oils when I'm working with this citrus peels is because olive oil has a lot of not olive oil, avocado oils is a very fatty oil, and I noticed that if I infuse these two together, it makes it a little bit like, it gives it that slippery consistency, not to the extreme, but like just medium, right? It makes it a little bit like slippy, so that it works really good on the hair. The extra virgin olive oil doesn't do the same thing. I don't know why, but I infuse with both, and they both work well. But I just noticed the olive oil give it that extra slip. It's a little bit more sticky after it's infused. I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah. So I like to use this oil, and as you know, avocado oil is amazing. It has all these fatty acids in it, and it has a lot of vitamin C, D, K, potassium. You have all that kind of stuff that is really good for the skin. Emollient. It's also good for moisturizing. It's a great oil for moisturizing. But the number one thing I like it for, it's the oil itself is not greasy. So like when you put avocado oil on, it doesn't sit on the top of your skin like the extra virgin olive oil. The extra virgin olive oil is much more dense oil, so it takes a little bit more longer to absorb into the skin than the avocado oil. So yeah, that's why I like using avocado oil. But yeah, so again, it's very simple. All you need to do, oops, almost fall off there. All you need to do is just pour your oil in, and the measurement for those herbs is 1.5 ounce of herbs, because this one is more fine. It looks like bigger, but it's not big. It's not more, it's the same. Okay, it's because of, yeah. So all you do is just pour whatever oil that you choose over it, and that's basically it. You can use safflower oil, you can use any kind of oil that you want. And remember guys, if you're making products and stuff, you need to buy oil in bulk, because just buying oil like that is just a waste of money, okay? Especially if you're making lots of products like me. So yeah, so all you need to do is just pour the oil on top of it, and that's basically it. But because I want these two oils to be very potent, I'm not going to fill the jar up to the top, because I'm looking for a high potency from them. So I'm just going to fill them up just a little underneath the rim, because these two oils are going to be used in my salve, and this is a salve for pain, and this is very good to add in your salve. So if you're a person out there who are making salve, like, you can use this as to add to your salve, and it's a great way to it's a great pain reliever. Okay, and as you can see, you have to use a debubbler to get it to come out, because it tends to cake in the bottom. If you leave it, it's gonna figure itself out. Okay, so that's basically it. Okay, you just leave it a while, shake it, it's gonna do its thing, it's gonna, right, and this is what it's gonna look like, and it's gonna take a day or so to settle completely. And that's why. This is how you make your oil potent. You need to have different grades of the material. So coarse, medium coarse, and very fine. So these are the 3 grades you need, and it will go from 1 to 3, and the last one is going to be the most potent, and the first one is going to be the less potent because the material is bigger. All right, so this is how you make your product, or you infuse your oils to make it the way you want. And I know many of us are making products out there, and maybe you're not as familiar with all these things. So I think it's really great to learn about all these things, because this will make your product a better product, and it will also make your product sell more, because your product will actually work. And like I said, I know all these things because these things were taught to me by my grandparents, and this has been passed on from generation to generation. And lucky me, I'm the one who is interested in it to that great depth. And so I'm able to, just learn all these things and, add to all the things that was taught to me. And I would definitely like to say, like, if you're working with babies and stuff, like, this oil would be best for them. And this oil, I would not put it on them just like this. You would have to dilute it quite a lot. But I'll go for this one, because this one you don't really have to dilute it too much, because it's not so, it doesn't come out as potent. You can dilute it a little bit, but it's not so potent, so it's really good. So it's very important to know potency of stuff, and that will help you to work with plants and fruits and peels and stuff in a better fashion, so you can make a wonderful, awesome product. So guys, herbalism and working with plants is something that you don't learn just one day or just a week. It takes years of learning, and it also takes experience. And as you gain experience, you learn things and you develop your knowledge more. So take the time to learn things if that's what you're interested in doing. Don't just listen to any and everybody, because they may not know what they're talking about. They may hear it from somebody, but they didn't experience it themselves, or they didn't try it themselves. Okay, so on my channel, I tell you the truth. All right, this is an honest channel. No BS on this channel. Okay, because I want this channel to be a learning channel, and I want you guys to take things from my channel and go about and use it in your everyday life and to better yourself, right? So on this channel, we're only be doing things that are honorable, that are honest, and that's going to uplift people and take them to a higher level. Remember to put labels on your jars. Remember to put the date when you started your infusion, like the infusion day, the day you infuse it, and the infusion date when it's supposed to be finished infusing. And once it's finished infusing, if you're going to do a double infusion, make sure you redate it so you don't get all mixed up. And it's important to label your oils, because once the oil infused for a couple of weeks, it doesn't look the same, and it even the content itself changes color, so you would not know what's in your bottle. Okay, I've done it before, trust me. I've made things and I forget to put the label, and I'm saying, what is that again? It's a good thing that I have a good sense of smell, right? And these things, they smell really good, so you can say, oh, this is lemon oil, or this is rose oil. But some plants, they have no smell, so you would not know what plant it is. And since you're making products to put on people's body, you do not want to do that, because you don't want to put an oil or any plant into something that you don't know what it is, and then God forbid you sell it to somebody and they are allergic to it. Okay guys, so be careful. Also y'all, so when you're making salve with these oils, you do not need to dilute these oils, because you need the full strength of it to add to your salve. So don't worry about it being irritating on the skin, because it's not going to cause irritation. Because when you make this oil, you leave it like this, just strain it out like that, and then you're going to be adding your beeswax, and you're going to be adding other oils that is infused with other herbs, and then you're going to be adding your menthol crystal. So this is gonna kind of mix in with the menthol crystal, so it's not going to give that irritation. So don't worry about like, because you might think, oh well, if I have sensitive skin, I won't be able to use it. It's gonna irritate me. No, if you have sensitive skin, and even if you're using like a salve, once you mix this with your other oils, as I said, and with your beeswax and stuff, like it doesn't it's not irritating on the skin no more. Like the combinations of all the other ingredients kind of makes it blend together, and it becomes like the perfect salve. Okay, and then also you're going to be adding your cayenne pepper also to this, because cayenne pepper is like one of the a great ingredient that helps for pain relief because of the capsaicins it contains. So yeah, so once you mix them all up together, it's perfect. So you don't have to really worry about you're having issues with your skin if you have sensitive skin like me. Okay, because like I said, my skin is so sensitive that just bring me any product. Okay, if I put it on and if I don't have sensitive reaction, then you're good to go, you can use it. Okay, that's how sensitive my skin is. Okay, so if I tell you, okay, hey, you can use this on your skin, trust me, you can use it, because I tried it before. You know what I mean? Like there's so much product on the market that for sensitive skin, and I really can't use it. Even if it says it's for sensitive skin, it irritates my skin, honestly. So yeah, so this doesn't cause irritation once it's mixed with other ingredients that you're gonna make your salve with. So guys, thanks for watching my video. If you're not yet subscribed and you like my content, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. And also give the video a thumbs up and share the video with other people, and put a comment in the bottom if you want to know more about herbalism, how to do other things plant related, and cosmetic making, body products making, stuff like that. Put a comment below. Any video that you any suggestions that you give me, once I know how to do it, to have the experience with it, I'll definitely make a video for you. So ciao guys.